Yeah, good morning to you all. Welcome once again. Okay, so yes, I see a few of you um a few of you sent your works, and I can see you are loving the visualizations and you are having fun with it, just as you were having fun with pandas. See how the thing is getting interesting. I see. So today, yes, we are continuing from where we left yesterday. This was the image we did, what we did yesterday, right? This was what we did yesterday. So this was a line plot that we did. We did a line plot. We did. oh, I believe we are all, everyone here, yes, is okay with what we did yesterday. If you are not, then the video is there for you to watch to understand, right? That's fine. So today we'll be looking at the next thing on our list, which is subplots. We'll look at subplots before we even go to pi first. We'll look at subplots before we look at what a pi. So let me bring this thing. Let me bring this thing here first. Coming. Let me bring these images to do this explanation. So sometimes with the subplots, you like to you have several. You see, so far what we've just done is you plotting just one. When we say maybe something like a dashboard is when you have several plots on just one figure, something like that, so we'll look at how to do that in over here in Python, and we'll do that using what subplot, right? On one image or one figure, then you're having like several plots. So maybe you have a see, so now let me bring this here. So I have this grid, this grid here. Then I paste this one to 8. Let me bring another one. This was so markdown. Bring this three to yeah. So yes, I'm done with this. That's what I want. Okay. So let me go. Let me create my title. BB. There I come. So yes, subplots. How do we create subplots? As I said, this could be. You see, you would want to maybe plot several plots, have several plots on just one pitch, one figure. You see that? So how are we able to do it? We do that using the subplots method, right? That function. So we'll look at how to do this. So let me go down here. We'll be using so I think there are two ways. There's the object oriented method and there's the normal method. I just use the plain method, right? If you see the other one, so all you need to do sometimes you just need to bring what plt. This is still in markdown, so I'm just writing the plt dot what subplot. Then normal, this is where you have to be careful with, right? We have to be careful with this one. The the grid. The grid is very important. So first of all, you need to know the number of images you have that you want to be on one picture, one figure. So if you have four images, four images. So let's say you have a line plot, a pie plot, a bar plot, and a histogram, a histo. Yeah, so that's like four. So you have four images that you want to be on one picture. How are you able to do that? As I said, you need to know the number. So right now we know we have four. It means we need four spaces. We need to identify four spaces where we want that image, those images to be. That is the grid. So it will be like a matrix. If you've done matrices before, you know matrices. So we have two by two, two by three, two by four, two by one, or so just see it that way. Just see a matrix as more of like a table, a table. So if I say two by two, it should be like two rows, two columns. Just see it that way. Just see the matrix that way. Two rows, two columns. If I get two rows, look at this. Even if you are seeing this two by two, if I have two rows, two columns, I get to have what? Four divisions. So one, two, three, four. I'll have four spaces for my images, right? So if I have four images, I can decide to go with this two by two, or I can even go by four by one or one by four. One by four means one row, four columns. Four by one means four rows, one column. All still gives me four spaces for me to plot my image, right? So if I have six, then I go with what? Two by three, which is two rows, three columns. Yes, three columns, giving me one, two, three, four, five, six spaces to plot my images. So the images, if you know the grid, if you identify the grid, then you are done. Then it goes this way. So I have a two by two. So we say it is M by N, and then the position comes last. So this is the syntax. Or you can equally do it without the commas. You can equally do it without the commas. So you can go subplot MNI, just like that. The N is the first one, so that will be your number of rows, the N, and the M your number of columns, and the I is the position which you will see going forward, right? So if you identify this, so this is just the syntax, right? This is your syntax when oh, I need to do this. Let me do this. Yeah, right. So like this. Okay. So yeah. So yes, this is it. You need to, in doing the subplots, the position too is very important, right? The positions too are very important. It starts from the left to the right, then you go left again to the right in the counting. That's how it is. So if you have this one, this two by four means we have four plots that we want to. So we need to tell Python, okay, I have this one. Keep the line plot at what position one. You know you need to specify the position you want each visual to be, right? So you need to know the positions. So if you have a two by three, then it means one, two, three, four, five, six. If you have a five by five, means you have like 25 images. That would be too bad. That would be too huge on one. But that is the grid. Yeah, that is the grid. Mhm. So yes, that is it for this one. So we now need to what, just do it and see. So imagine we have what, four, we want, let's say we have what, three images. Let's say we have three images. So we want to plot three images on one grid, right? So how do we go by this? How do we go by this? We just need to go, first we create the figure. See that we first need to create the figure. We can create a bigger, this one we did that yesterday. We created a figure of maybe this size. So let's go plt. You can go plt dot figure. We created a figure yesterday. Then we said what? Fixed size. Fixed size. Then we give, maybe we need a bigger space, so maybe 5 by 15 by 10, right? 15 by 10. Then now we need to then do our plots. Have you seen that? So we can just go and even, so let's say we want to plt dot plot, want to do a line plot over here. Plt dot plot. Then we say, um let me do something. I just need some small, this one. So I need plt dot plot. I need an x. The x should be a list of numbers. Let me see, 2 comma 4 6 8 10. Let me see, 15 comma, let me say 20. Then I need the y, so maybe 2x. So 4 8 4 8 12 20 20. I'm just generating numbers. Okay, that's nothing. And then 40. Okay, so if I do this, this is supposed to be a line plot, but I have to specify, I have to tell Python that this should go to this particular position. That's where this numbering is very important, because you have to know the position that you want each one to go. So how do you do that? Just as the formula, the syntax I wrote at the top. So you have to say plt dot what? Subplot. Plt dot subplot. Then you have to then do, what is your grid? The grid first. So it is a, I said what we are doing, a three plots, so that means we want to use 3 by 1, 3 rows. No, let's use one row 3 columns, 1 row 3 columns. So 1 by 3, 1 comma 3. So this is a 1 by 3. Then comma the position. So this line plot that we are plotting, we want it to be at what? Position 1, at the first position. So you can say 1. Then we are done. So if we do this, if we just leave this, we are done. So we have, imagine we have another plot. This we have done with the first one, so we need to go to the second one. The second one too, we need to specify where we want it to be. So I can just assume, maybe I want this, the whole of this, I just want to have this same plot, right? This same thing over here. So I go, I paste, this is my second plot, but I have to specify, I have to give the position where this thing should be, where this second plot would be. So the same thing, plt dot what? Subplot the grid again. So 1 by 3, 1 by 3. But this time around, I want this one to be at position 2, not position 1 again. So this one changes, the I changes to what? 2. So this is the second. So imagine I have that we are looking for the last plot. I just want to put the same plot again. So we go plt dot what? Subplot. Yes, subplot. Then now the same grid again, 1 by 3, comma, then position 3. You see that? So I have my 1 by 3. 1 by 3, I have 3 options, 3 spaces to do my plot. So imagine, let's see, let me plot this. Plt, so let me run. Okay, what is happening? Plt dot plot. Let me see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This is 6 and this is 7. So I have, well, I have 4 8 6. Okay, I missed one number here. So 16 16 16. Okay, so now let me go. Okay, so this is what we are talking about. So you see, I have Seems the figure is too long for me. The height is too long. Let me reduce this to 5. So yes, so you see, I have this all these three things. So you see, we are getting this noise over here. So let me just do what plt dot show down here. Plt. I said what you can either do plt dot show or you keep the semicolon there. So plt dot show. Then all are here. I hope we understood this, right? I hope we got this, right? So when you have it this way, it means this you just need to get what the grade, the number of images you have. You first need to know the number of images you have first, then you just specify, oh, okay, I want to do. So imagine you have what 4 images that you want to do. So this time I want to copy. Let me go and copy this. I want to copy what we did here, the code that gave us this output, right? I'm not copying the figure size, right? I'm not copying the figure size. I'm just copying only the code itself, the plot up to the legend. And I'm not saving. So I copy this, and now let's go down. Let's go down. So I want to repeat that image, that particular visual, 6 times. I'm assuming I have 6 images and I want to create what? A subplot, right? I want to create more of a dashboard of all those what? 6 images. So what are the various grids? I want six. I want 6 spaces. So it means I can go by 2 by 3 or 3 by what? 2. 2 by 3, it will be vertically long. That means the width will be longer than the height. Then if I want 3 by 2, it means obviously the height will be longer, right? So let me go by 2 by 3, right? So we go. I need to specify. Let me create my figure first. Let me create my figure, then give a fixed size. Let's say this time around I can go with what? 15 by 15, 15 by 5, or by, let me see what, by 8. Let me just do it this way. Then now at position 1, plt.subplot, I want to give at position 1. So I said what? 2 by 3, right? So 2 by 3. Then now at position 1, you see that I just paste this. You see that I've kept this one at position 1. So this is it. I'm done. You see that? So it means between under the plt.subplot, everything, however you want to customize what that the visual that you are keeping there, do it under that one. The moment you bring another plt.subplot, it means you have moved out of the first space. You are moving to the second place, right? So we go this way. The same 2 by 3, but now at position 2, I want to do this. I want to go. Oh, then I paste. So this is at position 2. You see that? So the same. Now I need to give what for position 3 to plt dot what subplot. Then I go 2 by 3. You see that the grid doesn't change. It is only the position that keeps changing, right? So comma, then position 3. Then I go, I paste what I want to do over here. Then I keep, and I'm going to my fourth one dot what subplot. So the same grade 2 by 3, but now at what position 4. Have you seen that? Then we keep going. I paste what I have to do here. More of like I have the code to do this visual. Then I just paste it there, right? Then I go. I'm going to I need to do what? plt dot what? Subplot. Then I go 2 by 3. This time around at position 5. You see that? Then I paste this. We keep going. The last one, 1661. So subplot, then I give what? The same grade 2 by 3, but now at position 6. So then I paste this. Now let me do plt.show. Let me run this. See this. See this. See, we have what? I have 6 images on this thing. 6 images, 6 plots, right? You see that? 6 plots all here. So we'll then, after this, we'll then solve the problem that it is there. The problem what we are seeing over there, now we can solve, we can modify it. You see that? You just need to know the grade. Choose your grade. Know how many images do you want. How many images do you have that you want to put there? If you have what? 3, then you have to choose. 3 means you need 3 spaces. How do you get 3 spaces? It can be what? 3 by 1 or 1 by 3. If you have 10 images, then it means you need 10 spaces. So how do you go? It can be what? 5 by 2 or 2 by 5. Even you can choose a different grade, but even not this one that I said I wanted 6. If I don't input for the 6 one, it will not, nothing will happen. It will just be there, nothing will be there. So something like this. If I take the 6 off, cut, I've taken it off. See, it will just plot the ones that I want. You see that? Nothing is there because I've not kept anything there, right? Right? That is how it is. So let me bring it back so that we'll then, you see that. Okay, so now we are getting some issues. You see that some things are running into others, right? You see that the image is so, let me make it 2 by so yes, I can see the headings, the titles are running into each other. So yes, we can do a whole lot. What could be the problem? Maybe the sizes are too much. Let me take off the font sizes so that it will use the default sizes. It will use the default sizes. So it will use the default sizes, right? So let me go. I come here. I do this. Yeah, I take. Okay, let me take this one off. Okay, that's all. Take this one. Let me see. So what happens? Okay, so now the prices, the headings are no longer running into each other. At first, the sizes were big, so we can do same modifications too for the others too. Especially, I can see the years. The years is running into this one. So yes, after creating your subplots, if this is running into this, I think we first need to do what? Tight layout, solve that. There's one thing we call what? PLT. We call what? PLT dot what? Tight layout. Tight layout. It will solve that problem for us. It will know how to space them for us. It will know how to space them so that things don't run into each other. You see that with just that plt.title layer, you see the years is no longer running into the headings of the other one, right? So we keep going. So the only thing now left is what? You can see that the years are not visible. The years are running into each other. Let's see. You see, let's see how it depends on how we want to do it. Let me just comment this without the text, and you see that one, it will use its default. So you see the seat position, how it will be. So we see whether we want it that way. So you see, should we go with this? You see, this one is moving two steps from 1990 to 92 to, or 2 point. This one is moving 2.5, 2.5. We can use this, or so we'll see. Let me do that. So you see, or we go here, um, or we come here and we rotate this. Let me say, let's rotate this. Rotation, or you can rotate them. Rotation is equal to what? Let's say 90 degrees. Let me see. So that is the fifth one is rotated. So you see how it is now. You see this one is now 1990. The numbers are tilted, right? 1990, 1991, 1992, and so on. So it depends on you. What do you think in the live session? Which one should we use? Tell me now, right? Which one should we use? Should we go by this or we go by this? Let me know. Which one? Okay, so let me see. It seems Nashiru, or let me see some comments. Let me see some comment. Um, can you do more? Can you more on the grid? I I don't bring the grid with the graph still appear. You don't bring the grid back. Do you get all the images? You will get one will be plotted. If you don't, the only one, the last image will be plotted on the last one image will be plotted on it. The last line, the last plot will be plotted if you don't bring, if you don't do the grid. Just one, right? Okay, I didn't get your. Okay, it seems people want the rotation. People want the rotation and not this one. So let me rotate for the. Let me. So it is up to you, right? You can choose. So then it means let me rotate all. Let me rotate for all of them. So let me just make this simple. I go here. Where are you? This place. Come on, then I paste this here. Okay, then I come here, comma, I paste this here. Okay, okay, let me rotate, give this. So the rotation, you can decide the angle. Let's see, maybe we can change the angle a bit and see. So maybe it should just send it to 30 degrees, and let's see. Maybe this one to 30 degrees. Let's see whether the 30 will, it will still not run into each other. You just need to know. So let's see one and two, whether one and two are okay. One and two, nah, not good. I think the 90 still, the 90 is okay. 90. Nashiri is saying it's a question. No, you see, for you to, if we don't bring the grade, it will not. This is a syntax. You just specify. I want this to be at this position. If you don't do that without the grade, no, then it will just plot just the last one, right? It will just plot the last one. So let me just do that so you see. You are saying if we don't bring the grade, you mean if I don't bring this. So if I comment this, I've taken this one out, right? Let me see that. The other one, you see, those ones that I didn't add the grade, you see that it didn't appear on the grade. Nasiru, you see that I went to comment the grade. So those ones are not part, they were not included. These two, you see that I commented the great part. So those two were not included in the output. So for them to be included, you have to specify that add this to the figure. You've already created a figure. So if you don't add it, if you don't specify that place this image here, it will not do that, right? So yes, let me think. So yes, now they should be back. They should be back. You see that? Now they are all back, right? They are all back now. So you see, as well. Okay, okay. Okay, so it means this means that from now, when after today, if we've done what a different plot, and you want that different plot, maybe a pie chart, then you want it to be here. All you just need to do is what? Take all of this off, and under here, that code, the code that is plotting the pie is there. If you want a histogram here, instead of this plot, you just put what? A code that does what? That plots what? A histogram here instead of this code, because all of these ones are for the line plot, right? So maybe after whatever that you will do, create you should be able to create what? Uh, this one like this, a dashboard like this. Then you here might be what? A line. Here might be a pie chart. Here might be a bar. Here might be what? A scatter plot. You see that? That will be probably your assignment for the weekend. So just watch out, understand this one, and you will see how beautiful it will be for you, right? So you see, each one has what? The labels, each one has its labels. Initially, things were running, the years and these things, they were running into each other, and just one line of code, just one line, PLT what? Dot tight layout, then it's able to what? Space them, right? Then what do we want to do? Normally, you when you have something like this, you want to what? Have what? Maybe a general one, a bigger headline, a bigger title. You see that all these titles are for the individual plots. You see that this title, gas price for countries over the years. This one is also the title for this image. The title for this image. You want what? To have what? A general title, which will be for the whole thing, right? So maybe um analysis on this, whatever title that you want it to be, right? Whatever title that you want to be, then you just do it. So let's say I want to give it a title. I just come down here and say what? PLT dot what? You see, at first it was what? PLT dot title, but now it is what? PLT dot what? Subtitle, like the super title, more of like subtitle. So where is it? Subtitle. You see that? Subtitle. Then I say what? Mhm. Let's say what? Tertiary matplots, matplotlib, matplotlib. Oh, tertiary visualizations using. Okay, okay. So we do this. So let me now run this, right? Let me run this. Control enter. You see, tertiary visualizations using Matplotlib. You see, that is more of like on top. That is a bigger title. So you can increase what? You can even try to say, try in your quest to make it different. You can set it to a bigger font size so that it's different. You see that tertiary visualizations using what? Matplotlib, right? So that is it. This it was the idea was for you to what? Um for you to understand the subplots, right? Understand the subplots. Then you know what this is what how to create what? A subplot. So if we have, as I said, if you have several different plots, At position one, what if it is a pie you want to plot there, you plot it, you place it there. If it is a bar, you just place it there at that position. That the code to plot that goes into those different locations, right? So let's see how best we can move on from here. Any question on subplots? I hope we are all okay. Any question on subplots? Mm-hmm. Augustine, can we underline, underline? I don't know. I've not tried it yet. I don't know how to do that. So let me see. Let me see. Oh, let me see. PLT dot what? Subtitle. Subtitle. PLT dot subtitle. Then you just give what? The string before. Mhm. Oh, okay. Let me see. We can have what? Font size, vertical alignment. We can have the font width. I don't see. I'm not seeing. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. Right? But I'll see how I'll search about it. Hmm? How if you want to underline it. Somebody is saying, please let's have different charts in what? In that format. Don't worry. What did we say? We said we are doing what? Subplots now. Augustine. Right? Subplots. I said what? Just look. It is after knowing this, we will obviously be doing the next ones. Hmm? Okay. Are you okay with the subplots? Seems everybody is okay with the subplots, right? So that's fine. That's fine. Uh, we are doing subplots now, and it is only line plots and line charts that we've done. That's why we are using line charts, right? Do the other after doing the other chart, you just replace the code of each line, the position at just replace the position where you want that different chart to be with the new code. Okay, so our next one is what we need to go on our next visualization, which is what a pie chart, right? So let's see how best we'll be able to do what a pie chart. Are we together? Okay, Augustine. So now we are on what a pie chart. When we finish the pie chart, we'll just keep modifying our what dashboard, our subplot, right? Okay, so a pie chart is used to what represent what part to whole relationship, right? Each pie is composed of three components. So you have, so when we talk about pie charts, we want to like a proportion. How um, imagine you want to know the percentage of us here that are what female. So when you have that, you have those a category. Then you want to know what's the percentage, like we say part to a whole. You want to know of the whole of all our numbers, what percentage is are female, what percentage are males. The best chart to normally help you with those things are what pie chart. Pie chart is good with that because you want to show what portion. So you see a big cake, it's more of like you see a big cake and somebody is taking small cake and the others is taking what bigger cake. Just look at it that way. Hmm? Just look at it that way, right? Okay, so yes, we need to go. Let's say pie charts. Escape M. Then I go pie pie plot, pie plot, right? So yes, to represent a part to a whole. Okay, so we want to do what? A pie chart. So you saw what we did with what? The line chart. The line we were using what? Plot dot what? Plot. The more for this visualizations in this our Python, the moment you get the first one, that's why we have to spend time. We used more time on the I say what, on the line chart, then how to customize the line chart, then up to this, because that is important, because it is just general. The next one is just changing of the methods and just some small modifications, and you'll be okay, right? It's just something small, and you'll be okay. Are we together? I know you. Okay, so let's go. We have some number. Let's just generate some numbers and see. So maybe our salary. We can say what salary. We have salary. Then maybe we have what numbers. So let's say what we have. If we have salary, salaries. Then we say what this one is taking what $200, and someone is taking $100, and the last person is taking $800, right? Then let's see. Let's call our names. Who are those people? And we say what we have what. Mm, Let me see what Dante is here. Dante. Then we go for Mark. Mark is here. Then we go for who again? Junior, Joseph, or Joe. Joe. Okay, so we have this. So want to see among want to create a pie chart with this, right? So to create a pie chart is just what you have what plt. The other one was what plt dot what plot. This one is plt dot what pie. Then that is it, plt dot pie. Then it needs what the numbers that it needs to work with. Have you seen that? The numbers that you have, which is what salary. We've already created a variable called what salary, and those are the list of numbers that we want to use. Salary. So immediately you have this. If I say control then enter, I've just run it because I've given it numbers. I've given it numbers. So you see this. We have what salary. It has just created a pie chart of it. Have you seen that? We have this pie chart that has been created, right? So now it's now left with what clarity. Whatever that we have here is just now customization. The main thing is done, but now you've done this. What is which one is the green, which one is the orange, which one is the blue? You don't know what it is. That's where the work now begins, right? So you have to. How are you able to? I think I've let me do this thing so you know the syntax well. PLT. Let's ask Python about plt.py. Jupyter about plt.py. So you see that. So you have what? You have plt.py. You will get what? The x. The x is what? The numbers. So that is what we said what salary. We have explode. I'll talk about explodes. But we have labels. So labels is what I'm coming to talk about now. As I said, nobody knew what the green was, what the orange was, what the blue was. So we have to give it labels that use these labels. The number that I gave you, use the labels as the name as the labels. So it knows the first one is for Dante, the second one is for Mark, the last one is for Joe. So we have to specify that, right? So there's a whole lot of things that we can do over here, right? In modifying, that's one thing that Matplotlib allows you to customize, you are able to customize your plot to however that you want, whatever that you want, right? So let's go. As I said, I go here, I say comma, then I have to tell labels. You see, there was a thing, something called labels. So I have to say labels is equal to what? I have a variable name called what? Name. So if I say this and now I run, you see, if I run it this way, now at least I know Joe is what? The green. Dante is what? The Dante is the blue. Mark is the orange. Is that right? Yeah, Mark is the orange. So with this, then we know what we are doing. Then maybe you might equally want to label it. Maybe you might want a label too. So for you to, the labels are already there. You've already set labels to be equal to this. So then you can say plot what dot what legend. Then your labels will be there. So you see this. Look at this. So it knows this one also comes to tells us that the blue is equally Dante. Then this is Mark and this is Joe, right? So with this, then we can, then everything now onwards is just what? Everything onwards is now what? Modifications, modifications, modifications. That's what we are coming to do now. We want to now keep modifying, keep modifying, keep modifying. So now what can you do? So this one I always, as I said, you can use plot.show to make these things vanish, or you use what? The just the semicolon at the end of the column, semicolon at the end of your code. Then that is gone. Okay, so what do we want to do? Maybe we want to change the colors. So inside it, we can say colors colors to be equal to, then we need a list of colors. So as I normally, I can just, let me just go and take some colors here. So this color as one, or you just type them, this color one, then I go comma, then I can say what, I can go again, go and pick another color, or you just type any color code that you know, right? Or I mean, you just type the color red and so on. Then I can just say the last one, I can just equally type, give me what, blue, BL. So this, then I run. You see that? So when I do this, I have this. I have this three colors. I don't want the blue. I don't want the blue. So let me see, what colors did I pick? I don't want the blue. So let me go for this color. Go. Okay. So that's that is it for the for this, right? Sometimes we still, maybe we can increase this figure. I normally like to make my figure big by just using what? The PLT, the figure. So I can increase it with just that, creating a bigger figure. PLT dot what? Figure. Then I go fix size. Then I increase the size to maybe 7 by 7. Let me see, 7 by 7. So it is a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger now. 7 by 7, right? Or I normally, you can do this, or you can increase, you can use what? The radius. There's also, either you are using this, either you are using this, or you set what? There's a parameter called what? Radius, in which you can use. So a radius of 2. You see that? A radius of 2. This is a radius of 2. A radius of 2. So it means the more you increase the radius, then that's how big it will be. So let me say 1.5. By default, it uses 1. So yes, I mean, I don't, yeah, so you can use the radius or you can use that one. But me, I want to use the fig size to have a bigger place rather. Okay, the next thing that we need to do or will do is to do what? So sometimes for pie plot you want to know what you want to know. Okay, this one is what, this one is what, 70%, this one is 20%, this one is this percentage, right? So as for the customization, when you can, when you do the question mark, then you see the various things that you can do on it, right? So let's just add that one. So let's go, comma. To add that, it is what, auto percentage. So that is auto pct, auto auto pct, and that is equal to, then you pass in a string of, the format is just some look at the format well. So auto pct, then you pass in a string. Then I think I know normally do it, your percentage, bring your percentage, then you bring the percentage first, then you specify the decimal places. So dot to two decimal places, to three decimal places, to zero decimal places, so 2f. Then you bring the last one is what you have to do, bring two percentage signs, so that when you do it this way, you get the percentage sign attached to your numbers, right? So this is to two decimal place. So if I want to zero decimal place, I just keep what, zero here. Then you see that I'm getting 9%, 73%, 18%, and so on, right? See that? Okay. So yes, this is this, right? This is this. Are we okay? Okay. So another thing that we can add right now is what, maybe the exclude. If we add the exclude, then that will be okay, right? Sometimes you want to highlight this small one. You want to highlight it. You want to do like it is cutting, it is moving away, right? You want to make it look like it's moving away. We use the explode. So one, you want to explode that one out, right? You want to explode that one all together. Okay. So we can go inside here, comma, then we bring explode takes what, a list. We can do a list, then into bracket. We have about three things. So the explode takes what, numbers or decimal points from zero, between zero to one, between zero and one. You see that? So depending on how you want it to explode. So the first one, we have what? The first one to be what? Dante. Do you want Dante to explode? If you don't want Dante to explode, just keep zero, comma. You want mark to explode, so you have to then pick a number between 0 and 1. So we can say 0 point what, 3, then comma. For Joe, we don't want it to explode, so we can just leave it there. I think my code is moving this way, so let me break it down from here. Let me enter, so it looks this way, right? So you see everything. You see my explode, it means I'm not exploding Dante, but I'm exploding Mark by 0.3. Then let me run this, so you see. So you see how Mark has been exploded. Mark has been sent out. You see that? So depending on, you see, if you increase this to 5, it will move further, so out. You see that? So always try to maybe 0.1 or 0.2 self will be better. 0.2 is a bit better. You see that? So you have something like this, and it has been exploded, right? It has exploded. You are able to send it out, send a portion out, and so on, right? Let's see. After all of this, you obviously need a title, so you always have to bring your plt dot what, title. Then you say what, let's give it, with plt dot title, you just give it anything, right? Let's say our pi, our pi. So you see that, right? So if you wanted to explode, if you still want to explode the other ones too, you could have done that one too. So you wanted to explode another one too. It's up to you, but it is not nice doing that. Just explode one and leave the rest, right? So yes, okay. So yes, we have been able to split to create the pie, right? So now that we have this pie, we've done this pie. Now we can go what to what Augustine was saying. We can just pick this. We can just pick this pie without the figure. Yeah, just pick it without the figure and send it there. And see. So now we have our this. So we just want to at position 6. We no longer want this. We just replace it with what? The code for our pie. That was what I was saying. So we just paste it with the code this way, right? So let me run this. You see that? You see that now at position 6 is a pie, just something different that we've had. So as I said, if we at the end of the day, when we are done with all, we are done with the other things too, then we'll be able to bring them here. Are we together? We'll be able to bring them here, right? So it's just a matter of we finishing doing what we want to do first. Are we okay? Yeah. So this was pi. Do you have any questions on pi? Right? Is there 3D check? Just do plt dot plt dot and you see whether plt dot is there. So you use the tab and you see, is there something like that? If there is, just check plt dot, then you use your tab. If it is there, you say it, whatever the methods line 2D. So just check. Just check. Right. Okay. So I didn't see that. Right. Okay. Okay. So yes, I didn't see that. Okay. So that was pi. I hope we are all okay with the pi. Right? We are okay with the pi. We are okay with the subplots. So let's go. Let's look for, what do we have to look for again? What do we have to look for? So yes, with the pi, I think a few other things that we can, a few other things that we can add. The font sizes that we have over there, you can increase them and so on, right? I think look at this. We can equally set. There's a parameter called what? Shadow. I think when you do the question mark, there are a whole lot of things. There's shadow. Shadow. We can set shadow to be equal to true, and you see. So you see, there's a shadow at the edges. There's a shadow at the edges here. You can see some ash shadow because that is just a shadow that we've added, right? Right. We can, I think, text props. Um, there's one to call what? Text props. Text set. Text props. Text props. This should be equal to this takes what? A dictionary. So we can add what? The font size of the text, font size of the text on the plot, right? So if you say 16, you'll see, let me run this and you see text props, text props. I think the props is supposed to have what? Type error. I think the props is supposed to have X. I think the props, text props. Yep. So you see the words are a bit thicker now. So you see that. So I think even here we can, the with the text props, you can even specify color. Let me see. So color, we can specify the color that we want, and it should be what? Let me see. We are just checking something. So let me see red and see. Yeah, so you can change the color too. So depending on the color that you want, right? The text props can be the color that you want, right? That's why I say this one's Matplotlib allows you to customize your stuff using Python. Yeah. Okay, so let me not text prop. This one is too nah. Let me say gray and see. Gray, gray, gray. Maybe. Nah, nah. Gray is not. So yes, let's say blue. So you just as you send this, you just know how to change stuff over here, right? So you can, there's also one self that's say start angle, start angle, start the start angle. Where do you want it to start? It can be, let's say, 90 degrees. And let me see. Uh yeah. So you can change. You can just see. That's as I said. Just you can just try create the plot and try to go around it one way or the other, right? And you'll be fine. Okay, so that is it for what? Pi. Are we okay with it? Are we okay with the pi? Are we okay with the pi? Right. So we had what? I sent you the FIFA data set. Is that not it? Let me see if I have it. Oh, let me see if I have it. I have the FIFA. Where's my FIFA data set? Did I keep it here? I didn't keep the FIFA data set here. But I kept. Where did I also keep? I didn't also keep the sales data set here, right? No problem, no problem. We'll do it later on, right? We'll do it later on. Okay, so yes, this is it for pie, pie chart. So now let's add another one, which is what? The bar. Let's go for our next visualization, which is what? The bar chart, the bar. So as I said, the main thing is always getting the beginning. If you get the beginning, the next one is just a change. We just keep changing what? Just we just keep changing. We just keep changing just something. Let me see. Yeah. So yes, our next one is a bar chart, and I say a bar chart when you want to compare stuff. When you want to compare stuff, so something like bar chart allows you to make comparisons. So you want to compare which bar, which one. So maybe from Monday to Friday, you are doing an analysis. You want to know which day does do they get so much sales on. So is it that do they get more sales on Mondays or Tuesdays or so on? It means you want to compare the days, or you want to compare departments. Which departments is more productive? So you are comparing. So the moment there's comparisons, then you want to use the bars too, right? So yes, that's what bar chart. So let's see how to create a bar chart. Create a bar chart by just using what? By just using plt.bar. That's that. Plt.bar. So imagine, let's create bar chart. So escape, then I let's make this so bar plot. So yes, we do that by calling plt dot what bar plt dot bar. So let's go plt dot what bar, just like this. Then we go forward. Plt dot bar, then you need to give it what? So as I said, instead of talking, let's just do this. So you see what? Plt dot bar, you need to give it the x, right? The x, you need to give it what? The x and the y. Have you seen that? So the x coordinates is the x, then the next one is the y, the height, right? So then there's width to be width of what? The bars, and so on. So we'll just pick it one by one. So let's go. We first need to create plt dot what bar, just like this. Then we need to create our x and y. So we could even use the salary, right? Let's use the salary and the names, right? We can compare that one too. So let's say our x is what? Salary, right? Then our y is what? Name. So let's go. Control enter. Where are you? What's happening? Okay, so let me see what happened. Let me see. It's kept the x at it sent the x to the y. So let me just change it this way and see. Let me just change it this way and see. Okay, so just that. Just change them this way, and we were good. Name before salary. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, I think yeah. The name before the salary. That's what's happened. So we have this. We have our bars. Just as I said, it's just the methods. There's the changing of the methods, then you are going. Just the changing of the methods and you are going, right? You just change the method and you have a different one. So when you have this, normally, let me just bring this one to clear what is there. Okay, so inside here, there are so many stuff that we can do, right? Inside here, we can set the colors, we can change what the width, the spaces in between, the bar width. We can increase the bar width, we can decrease it, and so on. That's why I said when you just put a question mark dot bar, you see what you can do. So color, right? So we can say color to be equal to what? Maybe gray, gray. Then you have it as gray, right? So if you equally want to have what? Each bar, I think each bar for, so we can say this one is red. The first bar is red. The second bar is what? Blue. Then the last bar is what? Green, Let me see. Yeah. So you can equally do that. You can equally do that by specifying how those bars. But if you give one color, then everything is just one color. Have you seen that? If you give one color, then everything is equally is just one color. Are we together? Okay. So yes. As for this one, we've just there's not much. So as I said, I think the other one that we can do what with with. So let me see. It is what? Width. We can set the width of the bars to something other. But that's all that you need to know about this one. There's not much. The others are just what the customizations, plt dot what x label. Then you the same stuff that we have been doing, plt dot x label. We say what names. These are names. Then we go. As for the customizations, every visualization you need to always make it clearer. So y label, y label. Then you go. Y label is what salaries, right? Then you add your title, plt dot what title, plt dot title, um, salary comparison, salary comparisons, comparison, right? So yes, syntax where I have some wb here. Okay, so yes, we have this. Is that not it? So now that we have this, we are done with what? Our second one. So with this one too, if you want to make, if you want a grade 2, you can put it there. So you can put a grade 2 if you want plt dot what grade. But I don't think you need this one. Without the grade is better. Or if this is also okay for clarity, so that the person knows where this one ends, where this one ends, where this one ends. Okay. So yes, I think the moment you have the general, the first one, the first understanding, the rest is what very, very okay, right? The same things that we did. Mhm. So we can now that we have this, let's copy this and send it, go and add it to what? Our dashboard. So we are going to at position 5, we are changing it. We no longer want this plot. So when we do this, we have our visualization, right? Our visual. Okay, one thing, right? Are we together? Are we together? Okay. So yes, this is it. That is it for the bar, right? So we can do for, we've done this one. This is the bar. So we can do the horizontal bar, right? Let's do for horizontal bar, right? You see these ones, the bars are vertical. Let's see the ones that we have what? The bars are rather horizontally, right? So let's see that. It's just the same, but the work just changes a bit, right? The method just changes. So we have what? We have what? For the horizontal bar, is same plt what dot bar. Then this time around it is what? Bar h, not what? Bar h, not just bar. So you go this time around, salary, comma, then name, right? So when we do this, oh, same, sorry, same, oh, salary. Okay, so horizontal bar, just the same, just the same stuff. So instead of we doing this whole thing, let me rather see, I've copied this. Let me just paste this over here. So this one changes. Bar, then I just add H to this one. So this is what, so maybe we can change these colors so that they look different. We can change these colors so they look different. So where are my colors? Where are the colors that I copied? I think you can take this. Then this one, where are the colors that I copied? So I go for this. Then this one is green. So yes, I go for this. So you see that we equally have what our horizontal bar too, right? Is this thing? I hope we are okay with what we are going. I know for the visualizations, it's looking good, right? So yes, we send this one to our subplots. We add this one to somewhere in our subplots, and then we keep going. So at position 4, we no longer want this visualization. We just change it to this, right? So we have this. Are we together? Yeah. So that is it for this. Okay. So we've done the customizations. That's good. Okay. 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 So yes, this I think we've covered what we wanted to do today, the surplus and the pie. Now we've added this the bar, the two bars to it, right? So let's do more of this practice. Let's practice this too. And there, if you finish your visuals and you send yours to me and you send it to me, I'll watch it, right? If you send it, you finish, you do a visualization and you want me to see, you just send it to me. I'll check it for you, right? Okay. So yes, without any question, we'll see. We'll meet tomorrow and continue from where we are living, right? No, Augustine is saying, are we going to create a responsive dashboard? No, we will not. Will not. Will not do that. Will not do that. Check. I think C will not do that. Okay. So if there's nothing. Let's meet tomorrow. Have a nice day. You all. Okay. Is it?